Namaste and add Astra to my fellow space exploration enthusiasts. 17th November is significant because SpaceX is going to try out the Starship for the second time after that first failed attempt on April 20. Now, more than me, SpaceX and Elon Musk needs to take a deep breath because even if things don't go well, hopefully there will be lots of learnings like there were for the first attempt in which it almost landed, but something went wrong and exploded. Nevertheless, like the last space update last week, I have to start off this week's space update with a bit of a sad news. Frank Borman, the commander of Apollo 8, the first mission to go around the moon and return, in fact, all missions have gone around the moon and returned, thankfully, passed away. But that's all right. Death is inevitable, and what we do in life echoes in eternity, as the character of Gladiator, played by Russell Crowe, said. All right, moving on to the next big thing, or it might be a small thing literally, because the Ingenuity helicopter flew two more times in a single day on Mars. Now, Ingenuity has been, uh, helping scientists, helping the mission team learn more and more about Mars's soil, about Mars's atmosphere, and about operating conditions for our technologies on the red planet, which are very important if we have to go ahead and colonize Mars. Now, Moon, some people say, is of course a more viable option because its proximity. But the moon can never hold an atmosphere because of its lack of gravity. And that is why, while lunar space colonies are essential, and of course they will be made before Mars is occupied, as Elon Musk puts it, we need to make sure that as a species we grow into a multi-planetary species so that our little blue green fragile planet is not overwhelmed. It's already facing the brunt of climate change. Ecological conservation is at a brink. We are going through a mass extinction, and because the human lifespan is so limited in cosmic terms, it doesn't impact us in our daily life, or we choose to ignore it. But there is a very nice article in the New York Times which lists out various scientists who are seeing their life's work disappear in front of their eyes. And so, uh, you know with the knowledge we gain, with the technologies that we develop, we should make sure that our carbon footprint is minimized. And for that, every little bit helps. If you think, or if you are under the false impression that what will one person, contribute, or what difference can I make as an individual, please change that mindset, because each and every little step adds up into a big uh, difference to the world, to the earth, and to humanity's future. Little children like my daughter Advitya, sleeping right beside me, will have a better future if we plan our lives more sustainably, and if we plan for a zero waste system, for a zero impact travel, and for circular economies. So circular economies are something whose ads I have been seeing by Bain and Company, etc. Big consultants who are realizing that there is big money in how sustainable business can grow. And it's a good thing. I mean, money is an artificial construct, but natural resources, renewable energy, and tangible objects, production, mass production, mass consumption, all these things, when you take into account little differences, they, like I said, add up to a huge impact. And that is what we should aim for. Many countries, including India, are, you know so resource depleted that they have to rely on uh, outdated and outmoded and frankly poor efficiency resources to meet their energy needs, to meet the food needs. And scarcity of resources has always been something which has driven which has driven uh, humanity's advancement. And that is why space exploration also needs to be targeted at improving human life in the daily terms. All right, so I will be taking you through a few more space updates. Do stay tuned and smash that sub button for awesomax fun. More space exploration updates coming up right away. Okay, so I hope you smash that sub button for awesomax fun, and you should check out my other space exploration videos. The link is in this information card right here. Secondly, Vanguard, which is a satellite which can track carbon emissions from space, just launched last week on one of SpaceX's Falcon boosters. SpaceX's Transporter 9 ride-share mission was the one that took it up into orbit, and we will take a look at how SpaceX's Starship fares just as soon as the day rolls over in Florida. I am in India, and that is why I think it's going to be half a day before we get updates about SpaceX's Starship, which is tagged and ready to go. All right, so happy Wednesday. And oh, I started reading the space.com emailer from which I get my space updates. You should also check out the Planetary Society apart from space.com to get more interesting news and stay up to date with space exploration. Okay, so the European Space Agency's Mars Express probe has spotted the first visible light signs of the eerie green hue in air glow, something long suspected but only seen in infrared until now. That's a great thing for Mars exploration because, like I said, Mars can hold an atmosphere which will lead to easier, if not more sustainable, human settlement. Okay, now brightest of all time gamma ray burst reached our planet, and October 9 was the day in which we received that gamma ray burst. And I think the Leonid meteor shower is underway. So tonight, which is 17th November, I will be trying to get a look at a few meteors if I can. And for that, I'll have to be out on the terrace at approximately the wee hours of the night, because just before early morning, basically the deepest time of night, is the best time to see the meteor shower. And let's see, they will run a little further into December, but I think today is the peak. So yep, let's see what meteors we can spot and if we can make our wishes come true. Anti-satellite tests have been negated by space companies, of course, because they will increase space debris, and space debris is also becoming a big danger to the ISS. Recently, one of the debris was headed towards it, and they had to carry out a debris evasion maneuver. But the ISS is going to be phased out in the next decade, and that is why there are many private as well as government funded uh, alternatives that are being planned. But as for now, China's Tianyang space station remains the only other permanent human habitation in orbit. Rocket Lab will be launching a US military hypersonic test. Uh, and is the truth out there? Okay, so UFOs, for which the new name has been unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs, are also always in the limelight because conspiracy theories are always nice to muck about in, just like hyperspace was for the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy writer Douglas Adams. I already told you about Frank Borman, the Apollo 8 astronaut who led the first flight to the moon. His demise is, of course, a great loss, but you gotta go sometime or the other, and at least he lived a full life. Okay, finally, there was a new NASA center which is going to observe space weather, and it's called the Clear Center. And it will obviously be focusing on the solar energetic particle prediction, right? And then there will be an April 2024 solar eclipse. Again, I don't think we will be watching it in India because it will again once again be over North America. But very important milestone, the Curiosity rover has spent 4,000 sols, which are Martian days, on Mars, and it landed on August 5, 2012, and it's continuing to give us very important information about Martian conditions, which will help us establish a human presence on the planet. Uh, and finally, the Exoplanet Hunting TESS telescope confirms 8 super Earths, and exoplanets are, of course, very far into the future because we will not be able to reach them in a lifetime. For that, we will have to develop very science fiction type space travel things, space travel technology. But you know what? The past is history, the future is a mystery. So let's see how that goes. And Futurama is going to come up for 2 more seasons. Uh, I started watching the latest season, but frankly, there's been too much going on, and I didn't get time to, get beyond the first or second episode. I think the first episode was something about binging, but you know, I can't. I can neither confirm nor deny that. No, no, actually, I can confirm that it really was about binging, and Fry gets into a coma or something like that. All right. Okay, so a satellite camera took a blurry photo on Earth. There is also a torrid meteor shower which is peaking, which has already peaked, but this is the southern torrids, so I don't think we would have uh, managed to see it anyway. The first black hole ever imaged has twisted magnetic fields. Well, black holes are mysterious. Okay, and okay, I guess one of the newsletters didn't really deliver very insightful news about space. It was more about sidey things. But don't let that stop you from smashing that sub button for awesomax fun. And like I said, checking out my other space exploration videos. Get a conversation started. Do let me know what you think in the comments, and like, share, subscribe to the YouTube thing. This is my vlog in which I make videos about all things, all facets of life that interest me, from sports to space exploration to life in general to my little darling daughter. And thank you so much for watching. Namaste once again. Ad astra per aspera, which is Latin for to the stars through difficulties. And let's hope that we can build a better future for humanity. I hope that my little daughter will become a Gaganyatri, which is Indian astronaut. The ISRO team is carrying out tests. The latest test was also successful for the Gaganyaan crew module abort test escape. In case there's something wrong with the launch, the crew module will manage to abort and escape. So good news all around, and looking forward to the next week's space update with you. In the meantime, lots more to come. India are going to play Australia in the World Cup final, and Indian football team just defeated Kuwait 1-0 courtesy Manveer's goal. So that was a sort of an upset, and now we are going to be facing Qatar in the next FIFA qualifier. So fingers crossed, and good luck to the Blue Tigers for that. Uh, what else? Well, the world keeps on turning, and hopefully fossil fuels will stop burning. All right, impromptu raps aside, do check out my raps and rhymes as well. I try and predict and uh, flex rap about a positive future for all mankind, which is also an awesomax series on Apple TV Plus. The latest season, season 4, is streaming one episode weekly. I have started watching that as well. Might as well make a review of that later. But for now, thank you so much and goodbye. Take care, stay safe. Namaste.